Hello and welcome back to Productive Dragons Channel 2 Vlogmas Day 23. Yay! Here we go. We have Stickii, which is our cute pop and vintage. And Day 23. What do we have? Ooh, okay. I think this is supposed to be a dog. I think he's supposed to be a dog. God, I hope it's a dog, okay? It's 23 on pop. Ooh, nice. Okay. And vintage. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so we have vintage, pop, and cute. Alright. Vintage one. I really like this. Pop, cute. That's how I'm going to go. That's what I'm looking at going, yep, that's the way I'm looking at it. So if you agree, yay. If you don't, put it down below. Let me know. Alright. So next is Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, what do we get today? Alrighty. We have that character. Alright. Dragon in the Forest. Alright. We have a musical one. That's pretty dang cool. And dragon. Let's see here. Try not to open 24 before it's day. There we go. And this is our one. Okay, cool. Excuse me. I'll grab a few things. Alright. Alright, here we go. Twice Sheared sheep. Box 23. Holy crap. Okay. Whoa. Alright. What is this? Alright. Where's that? Ah, there it is. Oh! That's pretty cool. A gauge. Ah, cool. Okay. Alright. That's pretty cool. Does it just shows us each one? Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. There we go. That's awesome. Alright. Sue's yarn. Right. Okay. That's definitely an interesting color. Okay. It's a brownish. Sparkly and brown. Okie dokie. Alright. Next we have K Studio. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on these things here. Oh. It opens, windows, a window. There we go. There goes those. And I guess you could bend it a little bit more. I don't know how much bending you can do, but okay. Cora. I'm not sure what this is. Alright. Okay. I'm not quite sure. It looks like borders. That's my guess. Yeah. They're different borders. Okay. We have some cleared ones. There. Okay, so we have, these are all on a more whitish border, like a washi tape, and then we have the clear ones. So I think we have two types. We have the washi tape, and then this would be the pet tape, I guess you would call it. All right. Okay, I see how this is done. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. There's that. Alright. Then Cora's. Alright, so this is it for this. Okay. Alright. And we have, okay, a lava stone. Okay. Strengthen, courage, and stability. Alright, chakra, root. Element, fire. Aries is the zodiac, and then the complementary crystals are black tourmaline, hematite, and smoky quartz. Interesting. Okay. Alright. There's that one. Alright. Now comes the last day of Phantom Fiction. I am... this is a hardback. I'm not sure what I'm getting. No, I've not read any more books. I've been kind of slipping. So, alright, let's open up this one and see what I get. And then I will tell you what I think of this box. This advent calendar. Alright. I actually have this one. But I think I have it in paperback. The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Read it. Enjoyed this. Here we go. In Vermont, 1950, there's a place for the girls who no one wants. The troublemakers, the illegitimates, the too smart for their own good. It's called Idlewild Hall. And in a small town where it's located, there are rumors that the boarding school is haunted. 4 roommates bond over their whispered fears, their budding friendship blossoming until one of them mysteriously disappears. Vermont, 2014. As much as she tried, journalist Fiona Sheridan cannot stop revisiting the events surrounding her eldest sister's death. 20 years ago, her body was found dumped in the overgrown fields near the ruins of Idlewild Hall. And though her sister's boyfriend was tried and convicted of murder, Fiona can't shake the suspicion that something was never right about the case. When Fiona discovers that Idlewild Hall is being restored by an anonymous benefactor, she decides to write a story about it. But a shocking discovery during the renovations will link the loss of her sister to secrets that were meant to stay hidden in the past, and a voice that won't be silenced. There is the author. I love her work. There's, I think, 2 books I haven't read by her yet. Maybe three. I haven't read, but yes. Now, as far as the horror books that I heard, this was supposed to be a horror. It's supposed to be 12 books, and to be honest with you, I really enjoyed most of the books that they, I was surprised to get some that I was like really wanting to get, and I was like, and then there's some that I have no idea about. So, all in all, I think this was a pretty good advent calendar. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the first book I already had and read. There was a book in there that I read. I don't know if I owned. I have read this one, and I know that I own the paperback of this, not the hardback, so that's kind of cool. So, all in all, yeah, I did enjoy this advent calendar. So, if you want me to do this again next year, I'm all for it. This would be one that I would want to do again. So, now for the Twisted Retreat. This is a book today. Here we go. I had to think, man. I was like, where's the thing? All right, so it's a hardback. I have no idea what it is. Okay. would make sense. The wrapping paper they used. Spider to the Fly. J.H. Marquardt. I've read something by him and it was good. So I'm very happy. Holy crap. There's the author. Ooh, okay. This is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and read the thing. Ellie Isles first becomes obsessed with I-64 murders when she saw her own face on one of the victims, identical to every detail. The woman wasn't her, but she could have been. Compelled to discover the story of her doppelganger death, Ellie wrote a best-selling true crime book about the serial killer dubbed the Spider. 4 years later, the Spider still hasn't been caught, and his victims' count is climbing. Many of the bodies remain unidentified, but with Ellie's online network of true crime followers, that's slowly changing. Together, they've pooled information to create a massive database that tracks people at risk of becoming Jane and John Does, the homeless, the drug addicts, and the downtrodden, with the hopes that if they become victims, they might at least be identified. Now that Ellie has successfully identified multiple victims, the law enforcement task force tracks down the Spider, pulled her in to help, and after Ellie's therapist is arrested for the murder, she is more determined than ever to catch the Spider. With striking pose and a horror flair, Spider to the Fly is an engrossed serial killer thriller, perfect for fans of The Whisper Man. Yes, I've read one of his books. That was actually really good. So, okay, so here we go. Here's the N, and we have the lovely end, and this is the back. And this is a dual cover, so we can always flip it around, but I think I'm going to leave it with this cover. I like the cover that they've decided for, but it's also great without. So this will be interesting. At least I know the author of this work. Like I said, I have read one of his before. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Sleep Tight is the book that I read. Yeah, this is a... Okay, let's see here. It is signed. Yay. Yep, Sleep Tight is the one that I read and I enjoyed. So, yeah. This will be interesting. All right. Now we've got our watercolor, which is Plymouth Rock. I want to say blue-gray. I could be wrong. And I am. That's no blue in that. All right. Okay, so. There we go. All right. Oh, that's actually a grayish. So it's kind of sort of right. Just not in the way I thought I would be. It's not a blue gray. It is a gray, but it doesn't look gray from that. Ooh, okay. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, there goes the color. Okay, quite an interesting batch. Okay. All right, next we've got cult pens. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no clue. Oh, ink cartridges. I wonder if they were for this pen. No, that's for platinum. So this is a pentel. So no, okay. So we might be getting a fountain pen next. We'll see. That's pretty cool. All right. Now for our favorites. All right. Let's look for 2083. Right here. Lunar Black. A meteorite from the moon arrived in silence, cloaked in a black that resembled shadow. Excuse me. Okay, so going for black. Simple. All right. Okie dokie. There we go. All right. Okay. I was thought it was going to be a little darker, but I am surprised. That is Lunar Black. Like I said, I thought it would be darker. Surprise, surprise. It was not. All right, now 23 is down here, and it is Let It Snow. Oh boy. And Let It Snow is a chameleon. Okie dokie. Looks like we have somewhat shimmer in there. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Let It Snow, huh? Okie dokie. Okay. Trying to make it where it's not going to drain too much. I wouldn't be so lucky. Okay. So Let It Snow looks like that. I don't see the chameleon part yet. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. But it is a nice blue. I will give it that. So, as I said, one of our advent calendars are done. Tomorrow we'll have several more advent calendars done, and I will give you my reviews for those. What do you think so far? I know we're almost to the end. We've got 2 more days. Most of them will be done tomorrow, and then we'll have some done on December 25th, Christmas. Let me know in the comments below what you've been enjoying. What should I bring back next year if they're going to be there next year? I'm curious in your opinions. Like the video, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for day 24 of Vlogmas. And until then, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day.